The vlog! We're back! We are back, me and Blackie are in the car. Feels like the good old days. Mate, someone ate a bat over in China, sort of fucked the whole situation up. Stopped doing the vlog because we were sitting at home and it got a little bit boring and tedious. But now we're back, things are happening. We've got 11 active clients at the moment, so there's a lot of action happening in the marketplace. Things are selling really well, stock is really tight. It's the end of the financial year, 1st of July tomorrow, and it's the start of a very, very big year. All right, we're live, mate. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by Darren Leo from My Home Loan.
Nice to meet you, Jack here.
Mate, lovely to be here. So today we're going to cover off a couple of topics that I think are on people's minds and are on people's tongues, especially around property and finance.
Yeah.
Still sitting on the fence, and there's a lot of buyers that are waiting for September because they think they're going to pick up a bargain. But what I see happening is a reenactment of the election last year.
Yeah.
Everyone was sitting on their hands because the world was going to end. Nothing happened. Liberal stayed in, Labor didn't get in. It's a day after the election, all the buyers jumped back into the marketplace, and we had 15% growth in 8 months.
Yeah.
So that's what I see happening in September, October in these areas.
Yeah.
And it's, mate, we're recording this on the last day of the financial year, so there'll probably be a lot of people, I think, end of financial year, doing their tax returns, doing their finances for the year, and then, you know, going to get finance and expanding the portfolio or upgrading their house. Now they've got their finances in control.
Totally, and I think we touched on this a couple of weeks ago. What I'm getting is, you know, people spending more time at home now. They're all, you know, husband and wife saying, oh, you know, we've got the kids at home, we need more space. We're killing each other. You know, now's the time. You know, they're not spending money on holidays or going away or anything else. So I think people are spending more time on their property and their real estate needs, which, like I said to you before, it's sort of, you know, it's fueling the market and keeping the market quite steady.
Mate, weekly market update with the Body Oddie, very good friend of mine, of ours actually. And now we're off to an inspection, an off-market inspection for a client. Something very fascinating, just to share with the vloggy dog, is the numbers that are increasing week on week in terms of buyers going through properties selling, the amounts they're selling for over reserve. It's crazy to think how quickly a marketplace can change. Like, mate, the last vlog I think we did, clearance rates were like in the 40s. You know, everyone was thinking the world was going to end. Two or 3 months on from that, it's like we're back to pre-COVID days. It's quite fascinating, and all it's got to do with sentiment. That's it.
What about the property we just saw, Hendo?
Mate, the hardest thing I think about finding a really good apartment in these beachside suburbs is getting an apartment full of sunlight. So obviously having a north-facing apartment, the front of the block gets the sunlight from, which way is the sunrise? East to west or west to east, whatever it is. But the thing is, because you usually got apartment blocks next to you, as the sun comes over, the block next to you blocks out that sunlight. So you really only get sunlight in the front of the apartment. So it's really hard to find an apartment that gets sunlight day round or has outdoor space that's full of sunlight, because most garden apartments have the outdoor space off the back of the apartment, and if it's a north facing front, it's a south facing rear, it means it's quite cold and dark. So that's a really challenging thing, and I think a lot of buyers don't realise that. when they walk through open for inspections, because the agents have generally got, you know, the heating on so it feels a bit warmer. They've got all the lights on, and buyers are usually looking at the features of the property and they don't really understand sunlight that much, but it's a really important factor, especially in the winter months like now. Only negative is that they'll be looking into your backyard. No parking on the other side of the road, which means the only people that are going to park are the people who live here.
What makes it a good property?
North facing rear, mate, so it's going to be very bright, very quiet street, as you can hear. No parking on one side of the street, which means you're not going to have those real cramped streets. It'll only be parking for the people who live here. Mate, very well maintained, and it's old, like I'd say it'd be almost deco or a little bit past deco. High ceilings. So it's the 1st of July today. Obviously, end of financial year was yesterday, and it's the time of year where everyone really looks at their numbers, whether it be for investment, whether it be for their business, to see what they've done, obviously, for the past year. And I think something that most people, I would say, aren't on top of is their taxes. And, you know, if you're running a business, working out how much tax you actually have to pay when it gets to this time of the year. And things like this can actually really shock you when it comes up. You know, people think they have all this money sitting there in the bank account, and then the ATO sends them a nice tax bill, and it can really put things out of whack. So I think keeping on top of your weekly expenses, keeping on top of what things you do have to pay tax on, what things are going to minimise your tax, and obviously being as tax efficient as possible is the most crucial thing, because it puts more money back in your pocket. And obviously now, 1st of July, we go into a new financial year, and we start all over again. Yeah, I've always got a buyer for them though. There's always someone looking for something like that. Alright, so I'm still in the same. What's the budget? The one in Randwick's 1A. How many bedrooms is the townhouse? Where is it? That might suit the semi-buyer. Is it nice or is it pretty shit? Might have been Redfern, yes. Is it Redfern? Have you got something coming out there bought in 2017 for like 1.3 and they'd be happy to offload it around the same level? You'll get it, mate. You'll get it. Come on, strength in numbers. Okay. When do you think you're going to have an answer on if you've got it or not? No dramas. Anything else coming up around that 1.3 level, mate? It's renovated, is it? Yeah, that probably won't work. We want something a bit more dilapidated, I think. Alright, legend, no dramas. Well, I'll touch base after the weekend and we'll see if that Redfern property comes up. It's small land though. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I did have a look at that. I think I was chatting to Emily Davidson.
Phone call about, mate.
Mate, just out here trying to source some property and I got fucking Capsy on my right here, doesn't know how to use headset, you know? You know, I'm calling from Julie's Associates and I just want to know if you bought a property. Mate, just calling all the agents. We got, what have we got? 11 clients signed at the moment, so at all different price points in all different areas, so it's just constantly on the phone to agents, sourcing property for these people and making sure you get the property and leveraging relationships before hit the market. Will, good morning.
Spoke to these clients from England. They've recently moved over, they're renting, fed up with paying someone else's mortgage, so they're interested in using a buyer's agent to help them.